All right. Next statement is, video games are more interesting than anime/TV shows.
I know what Connor's going to put.
Video games are more interesting than anime/TV shows.
Oh, let's fucking do this.
It's about the language, right? That can be interpreted in so many ways.
Well, why do it have to be anime and TV shows?
Yeah.
Because obviously this...
Because anime can't stand up on its own
Alright.
legs.
Yeah.
Let's do-
Yeah,
let's
right?
do-
Like, does anime not fall under TV shows?
All right, I
Probably
got
say
it.
video.
All right.
I'm going to say neutral.
Go on.
Let's just go into this. Strongly disagree.
Oh, okay.
I'm on disagree too.
Oh, whoa! I thought you were gonna go strongly agree. Okay.
No,
okay.
no, I think all media has its own merits.
Yeah.
I think that you can't compare the best game to the worst anime.
Yeah,
I think that,
exactly.
you know, in my mind, I would never even consider saying that all games are better than saying like watching Breaking Bad or something like that. You know, I think there's some great shows out there that can make you
I thought
feel.
you were the gamer though.
I know I love video games, but I would never be like all video games. The medium of video games is better than any TV or movie. You know what
Yeah,
I mean? Like
yeah,
I just feel
yeah.
like that's
I say neutral because it's almost impossible to compare.
and it's also different things. Like I feel
Yeah.
different things by playing both.
yeah.
But it's like, you know, it's either I'm a opium addict or a tobacco addict, and I just sometimes I wanna dip in both.
was that a confession? Or?
Yes.
Okay.
I've been playing too much Fear and Hunger.
Okay, Gaunt, why did you say strongly disagree?
I mean, it's just a preference.
Yeah.
I play video games for a certain reason, and 90% of that reason is story, characters, writing. You know, a lot of times I think gameplay is a means to an end. You know, gameplay is never the most important factor for me because what I gravitate to is stories.
Yeah.
I think a big part of it is escapism. This is why I'm a fucking isekai fan. I love,
Take me out of here.
yeah, I love the feeling of escapism, like immersing yourself in a story, in a world, in like something. And I think one big difference in, let's say, a movie and versus like a video game is that with video games, you have like, let's say, a storyline, which could be like a fucking amazing storyline, but there's more than one aspect that you need to consider when making a video game, because you have to make sure the gameplay is good as well, right?
I think for me, like gameplay and interactive elements are more closely aligned to how I like feel when doing like sports or something than even how than closer to like watching a movie. Like for me personally, the interactivity feels more kind of in line with that. So comparing the two is kind of useless.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, like, it's interesting you said that, like, the gameplay doesn't affect your immersion or whatever, Gaunt, but, like, I feel like in a lot of, at least good video games, you know, having full control over the story in some aspects or a lot of aspects is a level of immersion, which you can't get through anime and TV shows, right? Like, anime and TV show, you're always the spectator, right? And, you know, sure, if it's a good story that's being told, you can get immersed from that. But I feel good gameplay interwoven with good story that you have a direct cause and effect of,
Yeah.
I think is a level of immersion
He does play Hoyoverse
in a lot of ways.
Said
Oh, yeah, that's true. I didn't consider that.
All right.
I mean, no, I mean, I play more video games than, you know, Hoyoverse and shit like that. But, you know, comparing something like, let's say, recently Final Fantasy 16
Yeah.
to Game of Thrones, which is like heavily inspired by,
Yeah.
I like kind of like being railroaded, like when being told a story. You know?
I'm glad you said road.
I'm being railroaded.
I love being railed.
Like, to me, there's a certain like pacing when it comes to like TV shows and like anime and media that
It's the amount of hearts that came in. I'm sorry, you picked the worst word to start your point.
let's just stop there. No, there's a certain pacing to like a TV show that has intent behind it, you know, whereas with a video game, it's like some people can have different experiences with a video game, and that some people really fucking like that shit, you know.
Yeah.
Some people love like going into something like Breath of the Wild and having a completely different gaming experience than someone else. For me, it's just like a personal preference. I like something having structure and just being told whatever story and whatever experience I should have, you know?
That's fair.
That's just a preference.
Yeah, fair enough.
That's pretty much it.
What are you fucking laughing about?
What?
There was one comment that was like, "Gone, what you into?" And I don't know why. It was just it broke me. It broke me so much.
All right.
I like the part where I get railroaded.
Jesus Christ, you're such a child.
What? It was just the pause. The pause killed me.
Yeah, the pause was probably not a good idea.
The pause killed me. It was such a good pause. It's going to be such a good out of context moment.
Another out of context clip. Here we go.
I like being railroaded.
I like being railroaded,
Just
actually.
put the cyberpunk sound on it. I love being railroaded.
You see, it's not even that. It was just funny. It was just funny. All right, what's our last question?
All right, let's
Last
do
question.
the last statement.
All right.
Let's make it a good one.
Food poisoning is an illness.
I'm gonna put this
Stonk.
on the
Stonk degree.
screen. All right, final statement. Trash Taste is an anime podcast.
Let's do the next one. Let's
Yeah.
We
We know.
strongly disagree.
We know the answer to
Come
that.
on now.
Okay.